All right, welcome back, everybody, to DangIT Prodcast, the show where we talk about video games, anime, manga. My name is Justin.
We started?
We'll never get this right. And I fill up.
And welcome back, everybody. So, Aniyah, you hopped in pretty much just a minute prior to us actually starting.
The camera's not even on.
It's camera's not even on. I'm sorry, did you need a minute? I thought you were just going to do one of those things where you didn't want to actually pull up the camera this time.
No,
I wasn't going to judge. I'm here being a really good friend, Aniyah. Just want to be very supportive in what you...
Goddamn. Hold on. Go ahead. No, it's fine. Give me a second. I was like, what's on the agenda? What's the itinerary today?
I can't breathe.
Here, I'll go and pull it up.
Oh my god.
Guys, on the itinerary, we got game pickups. We're talking about the Nintendo Switch 2 first look, our predictions going forward with that. Some ish things about PlayStation, and then we might talk a little bit about the Microsoft Developer Direct. So we're talking about the big three in different ways.
Nice. We got a stack lineup today.
Mm-hmm.
Got a lot of news coming out of all three. It's been kind of crazy for the week, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I didn't know what the heck was going on with Microsoft. That's gonna be new for me.
Next week,
yeah,
Developer Direct, baby.
Oh, baby.
That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We'll get to that. We get to that though.
For sure. In the meantime, do we have game pickups actually?
I have three. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Aniyah, would you happen to have a pickup?
I sure do.
Oh, very nice.
Whenever he gets his camera set up.
It's
Yeah,
in
you know
my
what?
pocket.
You know what? How's everyone doing? Let's not like jump straight into it.
He's a dad.
Yeah. As you can tell, I have my son with me. Yeah, it's my only day off, so I wanted to spend the day with my son.
Gotcha.
Play games on, play one of my pickups that I got that we'll be talking about.
For sure.
But I've just been hanging with him.
My son is gonna know the ways of the Joy-Con.
He's going to be. I was just telling Justin right before the pod. He's going to be so cultured.
Tell him about the
I don't want him to be a Fortnite kid.
Oh Jesus!
No.
Never get an iPad.
Oh no. Well, I mean,
Never get that.
under parent
Epic Games.
supervision.
Yeah. Enough is enough.
That's enough iPad.
That is funny.
There it is.
All right, we're back.
Now we can talk. Yeah,
We're
I was
so
gonna
back.
say. I believe
Very
it's
good.
Major something. I forgot the name of the game. Sakurai plays it in that really cool like crossover he does with what's his name? I forgot the Japanese, like the really big Japanese YouTuber, like one of the OGs.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he does this he plays this game from Atari, and it's on the 50th anniversary, and it's a crazy game, but it's really fun. It's like vector lasers, it's all wireframes, but it looks super cool. It's kind of an Atari like arcade standard. They used to make all their games like that.
Yeah, there was like this game where we drove around in like what made it feel like a tank. So like you'll have like it's nothing but a black screen.
Oh, Battle Tanks.
Yeah, right. It was kind of like what's going on.
Or
back
is it? No, it's not called Battle Tanks. I'm sorry, I'm thinking the N64 game. I know what you're talking about. Battle Zone. Battle Zone, I think it's what it's called.
No, battle something. It has like
Get
the
in the
wireframing, and then
Yeah. No,
yeah,
don't
you're like
do that.
moving around. I was like, bro, I don't know what year that was, but it was somewhere around that.
Yeah,
stuff, that 3D.
I do recall what you're talking about.
Yeah, super cool, dog.
But yeah, we've been good. I mean, I've been chilling.
I've been doing dangerous things.
What? Aniyah?
That's one way to start a podcast. Yeah.
Spending money.
Oh. Wait, on what?
I was kidding. Yeah, nah.
You know what? You know what? That is a very dangerous thing for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I feel it.
Cause what is it? Because I keep talking about the Seattle thing, but I was like, I was gonna try going somewhere else. Who knows? Because I'm gonna get the parts for my car Wednesday, and then I could probably put them on the same day. It depends. But if not Wednesday, I'll just put them on Saturday. And I'm gonna be like, it's time to drive. I'm just gonna probably drive a couple of places while also sorting out the stuff for the computer because I want to get a mini PC, like dedicated to just editing. That's gonna be a decent amount of money. But aside from that, a bunch of stuff on my brain. Spending money as always, though.
Expenses.
Yeah.
I'm actually
One of the
trying to.
expenses is video games.
Oh, I
Video
gotcha.
levels.
I gotcha. See,
You know.
I'm working with video games around my budget as well. See, I'm
Yeah,
dialing
yeah.
back, but I'm also going forward with games. Although there was a game that came out around the same week that I wanted to also get, but I was like, yeah, you know what? Maybe I should like do things like by the week, like maybe just once a week if there is something
Okay.
like that. So I don't feel like I'm just doing it all in one like go.
I'm gonna take a shot and say it was Tales of Grace's F.
It was, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
one of those things
snap.
where it's like I could go for it right now. I could also wait for a sale, but I was like, nah, you know, it's already good enough where it's at. I
Oh,
also
cool.
was planning on doing like a playthrough of that fairly soon. I'm still working on what was it? Trails in Sky the Third, and I'm just kind of going through all the side stuff right now. But I'll be finishing that up pretty soon. And after that, it's like, okay, let me move on to the next Tales game. Conveniently enough, there's a new one that's coming out, remastered, but you know.
Oh, I feel it. Just gonna get something to put on the Switch.
I think so, yeah. I was thinking it was weird because I looked at my library and it's like, okay, so I have 2 Tales games on Xbox. I got 2 of them on PlayStation. It's like, what's going on? Where's the consistency?
I think I'm gonna start collecting the Tales games again, but I'm gonna get them on PlayStation. I was thinking about where I wanted to get them because I do want the Switch versions, right?
Yeah.
Because like I just like Switch.
Yeah.
But realistically, they're mostly PlayStation games.
I get that.
I think it's like the only exceptions would be like the original Tales of Symphonia is GameCube, Symphonia 2 is Wii, and that's it. Most of it's PlayStation.
Yeah. And you could just simply get on PlayStation without any like
Yeah,
issues like
and
with other
it's
ones.
like I already have Tales of Arise on PS5. I have Tales of Zestiria and Berseria on PS4. So why would I not get the remasters on PS4? I don't know. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get Tales of Grace Zed for PS5.
Gotcha.
And then I'm gonna get Tales of Symphonia remastered and Vesperia Definitive Edition on PS4. I gotta get those soon.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna skip the Trails games on Switch just because collector's purposes. Because I
get
know
you.
that the Switch versions are just as good. There's no like compromises. For the most part.
I feel that.
Great.
It's been kind of interesting because I've been really trying to hone down on like maybe one console going forward, but it's kind of tough where it's like I do feel like it does belong on this like platform, especially since like the previous ones are just there, you know. But
that's how I collect, you know. Like that's just how I collect games. Like, and it also gives me an excuse to play said other consoles. So it's like, yeah, like of course I'm gonna get them on PlayStation. That way I have a reason to play more with my PlayStation. Or you'll see one of my pickups in a minute. Why it'll give me another reason to play my Xbox. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's just kind of like, yeah, like that's just how I collect games. It's kind of like Tomb Raider. Like I have 1 to 3 remastered on both Switch and PS5, but I'm playing it on PlayStation because like Tomb Raider's PlayStation. Like I don't know. That's just in my brain. Tomb Raider's a PlayStation series.
Sure enough, yeah.
Yeah. I just got it on Switch because I'm a freak and I wanted a portable version of it.
Is that like, yeah, wait, they already have a collection for PlayStation, right? Like PlayStation 4 or 5 or whatever?
What do you mean? Like the
like the Tomb Raider thing? Do they have it as a collection on the on the Sony platform? Yeah, okay.
I have it on both.
But it would be
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but no, I was just thinking like it would be cool to have it on the go.
It is pretty. That's what I'm saying. And it runs smooth on Switch. Like it's literally 60 frames, no drops. Like it's really cool.
Yeah, I guess it does also depend on like your lifestyle things too.
Yeah,
that's also a big key. Like that's a big key factor in how I collect games. Like, because like that's why my Switch is my go-to for everything. Just because like I'm able to take my Switch. I don't need internet like my Portal does. Like as much as I like the Portal, I still understand that it's a remote player. It's not a real portable. So like my Switch is my portable no matter what. Like I'm able to take that with me to work, grind an RPG for 15 minutes on break, you know, do a little bit more during lunch, come home. If I want to play on a TV, I just pop it on. It literally fits my lifestyle, and that's kind of like that's why I play so many Switch games.
Mm.
Now that's like whenever they do the retail version of Legacy Kane, Soul Reaver 1 and 2, I might double dip as well because Legacy Kane's a PlayStation series.
Yeah.
I feel weird if I didn't. But I also like those games enough that I want them on the go. So I don't know. Like,
Well, that's why you got the Portal, though, right? Maybe not for that one. You know what? Take that back.
Well,
Take that back.
those might be all right on Portal.
Let's see.
But yeah, it's rough out here, buddy. That's what I'm trying to say. It's rough out here. It's rough,
Choices.
Choices are a lot, and it's gonna get harder. So,
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff.
So I guess without really like a really nice segue to it, why don't we just talk
Further
about
ado.
game pickups? Actually, yeah.
Let's do it.
Alrighty.
Who wants to go first?
You get one, and you get one.
Honestly, I think we all share. We all share one, right? So
we all share the one. So I guess I'll start, and then we'll end, right?
Yeah, I only have. Yeah, it's my only one too.
All right, I'll start from the top. I only have 3.
Okay.
So and it's funny. I have one for each platform. So
damn, dude.
I don't know why it turned out like that, but I have one for each platform. So I'll start from Xbox, PlayStation, Switch.
It's beautiful.
So
we're here breaking all codes here.
Oh yeah. So for
Xbox.
Xbox, I have this. Okay, everyone knows who I am, right? I have this really toxic trait. I mean, the most
Deja vu.
absolute toxic trait.
I've just been in this place before.
Boy.
I have the most toxic trait about picking up every version of a certain franchise. And I did not own the Xbox version. And now that it is considered a first party game, I was like, well, it's a really good price. I didn't pay more than single digits for it. So I was just like, screw it. I needed it in my collection because the new one comes out this year. So yeah, I picked up Doom Eternal for the Xbox One.
Okay. Good job.
Only a madman.
Yeah. I now have every version of Doom Eternal. I'm so
Very
I'm
nice.
so disappointed in myself. I'm so disappointed in myself. But first party wise, it looks good on the shelf.
Fair enough.
That too, yeah. id Software, Microsoft.
Yeah, id, and we'll talk a little more about id next in a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. The next one is an interesting pickup. So I have played one of these games on this collection before. The other one I have not played. They are big PlayStation games, like first party games. And the interesting thing is I didn't know that this collection existed on PS4. I just assumed they were just PS3 games and they're done. And then I looked into how you're supposed to get them.
Wow.
And it turns out you're supposed to buy a dual pack that came with this collection and then another game that I will mention, because if I give that away, I'll give away what it is. And so I was like, that's weird. But, eBay obviously has to have people who just sell that one collection and not the other. And it's true. But also at the local GameStop here, they actually had a copy for cheaper than eBay. So I picked it up like that. And that is for 2 games I am excited to one to replay, one to play for the first time. And that is for the Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls collection.
Oh. I forgot they even had something like that.
I didn't know this was a thing either. That's why I was like, whoa. Like I said, Astrobot got me feeling nostalgic for PlayStation franchises. And it turns out this was only sold, like it even says not for resale on the back.
Mm-hmm.
You could only get this in a dual pack where this box and Detroit Become Human together.
Oh.
Because those are all Quantic Dream games. And now I already have Detroit Become Human. So I didn't want to go out of my way to get like that whole sleeve case and everything. I was like, that's a lot. I don't know about that. But yes, it is both games on separate discs. So I have Heavy Rain on PS4, and I have Beyond Two Souls on PS4.
Wow.
And they're the remasters. So they are actually like updated 60 frames, like
very nice.
So I was like, that's kind of cool. And they're perfect PlayStation Portal games. They don't require that much like precise input. So yeah, all
right.
I'm very much looking forward to playing these again because like I like story-based games, like the choice narrative ones. So, and Heavy Rain is like a classic in that department. So I'm looking forward to playing this again.
I've heard about Heavy Rain a lot.
Yeah.
didn't know that.
If you the most like one of the most iconic Mega 64 videos is the Heavy Rain one, where he's just literally going around like just yelling Jason,
Oh, yeah, it's all
Jason,
based
like
off
down a
that
mall
shit.
strip, just Jason. Or when Rocco like walks up to that dude makes me laugh. When Rocco's talking to the cashier lady and he's just like pretending to be the detective dude and he's just like, I'm looking for this antidote. Do you have any? And she's just like, I don't know what you're talking about. And this rando walks up and goes, is this guy bothering you? I've dealt with guys like this before.
Oh my goodness. Is this guy bothering you? Good Lord.
And she's just like, no, I think it's for a skit. Okay, cool. Because if he gives you problems, let me know. That was not scripted. That was not scripted. That was just some random dude thinking he was gonna beat him up, and I'm like, what the?
Homie caught gold in that scene. That was good.
Yeah, they were doing the anniversary for Mega 64 like last year or the year before, and they voted him like number 2 best cameo. Like rando dude that tried to fight Rocco in the Heavy Rain video.
He's like, it's the White Knight.
Yeah.
Man.
And then my last pickup is the big first party Nintendo Nintendo game of 2025.
Ayo.
And this is it. Yeah, I think we all picked it up at once because
I'm ready.
we're all suckers for the game, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, and it's fun because I've been wanting. This is a game I have been. If you go back to other predictions for like other directs and stuff, you will hear me mention this prediction at least 4 or 5 times, and it finally happened in exactly how I thought it was going to happen. But yes, I picked up Donkey Kong Country Returns HD.
Yeah,
baby.
Let's go.
Yeah, you know
wait, hold on. Wait a
Dragon. Oh wait, wrong D. There it is.
Hey!
Double Dragon, baby.
Yeah, I've been playing it. I'm actually playing it right now in front of me. It's pretty good. I'm gonna give you two quick reviews. I'm gonna review you this game as a actual like what the game is, and then I'm gonna review it as a port. As a game, this is a classic. Like this is literally a stone cold Nintendo classic. Like, and I can't believe it's 15 years already since this game's been out.
Sheesh.
Yeah, it makes me feel really old. But yes, this was an original Wii game. This is literally one of my favorite Wii games. It's top 10 for sure. It is Retro Studios' revival of the series, especially at a time where DKC hadn't been known since Super Nintendo. So it's really cool that this game even existed. And I think it plays well. DK controls phenomenally. Like, I love the momentum that he's in. It's well designed. It's also tough as nails. This game will kick your ass. But like, hey, a lot of people complain Nintendo games are easy. So
that's fair.
Yeah. Play Donkey Kong and then come back and tell me if it's easy or not. Like,
oh, that is funny.
Because this game does not hold your hand, dude. I was already feeling difficulty spikes by World 2, and I was like, I forgot. Like, I was like, I forgot about the levels. Yikes.
It's on now.
Very fun, very good game. This is going to be a really unfair comparison because I think Tropical Freeze is the better game.
Sure.
Of course it is. It's the sequel to this game. Therefore, it's everything that was wrong with this game. They fixed it. Yeah, and also, David Weiss is the composer for Tropical Freeze and not this one. So that's
yeah.
Sorry.
They lost. There was already improvement when they called the guy.
Yeah, like the thing is like it just uses David Weiss's compositions from Country 1, but it's like it's a little weird. There's some weird things about this game. Like for instance, there's no water levels because you can't swim in this game. So water is a hazard in this game, and so they use aquatic ambience for a level where you're just on top of a whale, and it's all right. Like it's like okay, sure. It's because they had to have aquatic ambience somewhere, I guess. It's literally used for one single level, and that's it. You'll never hear it again. But I do think it's really creative in a lot of its level designs. The other weird thing is the blowing mechanic. Like why does DK have that? I understand it's for exploration and puzzles, but like
blowing.
Yeah,
blowing.
we can't make it up, and I found out about that like very early, and it's like, I mean, to otherwise uncover things, it's kind of like, why is it? It doesn't really impact a lot of things.
It kills the momentum. That's what it is.
That too.
It really kills the momentum of the game because you're just playing. Because DK Country is not a game like it's not a Sonic game, right? It's not like I'm trying to blast through this, be fast as hell. No, but there's a certain like momentum where you feel like you're always moving, you're always getting into things, and you're like, whoa, this is crazy. You start getting a really good flow when you play Donkey Kong Country. That's why I love those games so much. It's like my second favorite series. Like it's like my third favorite series. It's behind Mario, mainline Mario, and Zelda. So it's like it's right up there.
So when you're saying like the feature, right? Is it kind of like what they did with the Wii U and 3D World, or do you mean there's like something in game you just do an input for?
You input. You literally have to hold down and then do the action button, and he starts blowing.
Wow, never mind.
And so he literally has to stop in place to blow, and that's how you uncover, like, you blow the dandelions in the backgrounds or like little fans and whatnot, so you can uncover secrets and hidden stuff. And so it's for exploration and 100%ing. I get it. But like when you're just kind of playing the game, it's like, oof, like, okay, you're stopping a lot. Stopping a lot.
That's a little weird. I see that could be weird.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, I played the first two levels. Impressions for that is that, you know, it's fun. It's definitely not like quite like Sonic or anything like that. It's, I guess for me, because I'm always big on like doing collection bits, I'll actually really slow down. So it feels a little bit more methodical as a platformer in that way. If that makes sense.
Okay, that makes sense.
So,
it's like you want to assume like some pace. Have you ever played Mummy the Mastered? I don't think you played that before, right?
I have seen you play it. Agent.
Because I was thinking like, yeah, in terms of like a pace set for like a first of all platformer, or like in terms of Donkey Kong Country, would it be? It's not Metroidvania, is it?
Not quite. You know what? It's kind of it's kind of in between. It's almost Metroidvania, but it's more like a platformer action, like, you know, one point to the next, like a Sonic
some
game.
exploration added on top, because it's not like what is it? I think you could say the same thing with, well, like I heard Princess Peach, like Showtime. You have a chance to like 100% it, but it's not like it's a Metroidvania. You wouldn't consider that a Metroidvania.
You know what?
It's like 100% in the game.
I was thinking that was the case, but then Phil spilled the beans about that. Once you beat the game, you revisit the levels again, because there's another collectible that gets unlocked. So you'll never really 100% the game on your first run.
Yeah, so it's just like, that's not something you can, you can't 100% it in that regard. But like in terms of exploration, like it's not Metroidvania, but it is a platform.
Yeah. So in that regard,
taking that pace from like taking the time to use the blow function.
The blow.
You gotta blow this painting or like a dandelion or whatever they got in here. So I get it. A little weird.
Yeah.
It will be. I mean, like, who's gonna say that's their favorite function? Nobody. But like, it's just like you could criticize it for being its lowest feature for sure.
I think I would give the blow function a little bit more like fun, and I'd give a little bit more points if it was like mic associated. Just like,
oh yeah,
that's what I thought.
Well, this is I was gonna bring this up as a game. This is super, like, it's a really good game, and this is the most definitive way to play the game. Because remember on the Wii, it's motion controls. You use it to shake to roll. You hold down and then shake to do the blowing. Yeah. It was not fun back on Wii. It's still not fun to blow the blowing mechanic now. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
damn. Okay.
All right. But now, all right.
That's my review of this. Like, this is a solid 8 out of 10 like game. Because if Tropical Freeze is an 8 out of 10, this is kind of like a 9 or 8 out of 10.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
All right, fair enough.
As a port,
of course.
I mean, damn, this is the most. Literally, do me a favor, Justin. Can you read the front of the box and what does it say?
The front of the box.
What's the title of the game?
Donkey Kong Country Returns HD.
That is literally what this is, and in its literal sense, it is just Donkey Kong Country Returns in HD. Nothing more, nothing less. Like, they've done nothing. They've done nothing else to improve anything. They just kind of said, okay, we'll make sure it has the 3DS levels. Okay, we'll make sure it has the button control, and the motion controls are in here if you want to use them.
Okay.
But other than that, there's no extras, there's no frills, there's nothing. It's literally just Donkey Kong Country Returns in HD.
In HD.
So, and it's like the bare minimum port too. Like it's definitely. So I was a little worried because I found out who the confirmed developer is for this port, and it's Forever Entertainment. And their track record is all over the place. So it's basically, do you know about the Panzer Dragoon remake or House of the Dead remake?
Heard about that?
Or the Front Mission remakes? Those are all by Forever Entertainment. So you're either getting a pretty okay by the books remake, or you're getting like something a little too out there that the Switch can't handle as a remake.
Oh damn! Wow.
So I was a little nervous going into this, but you know what? It turned out fine. I should have realized that Nintendo was going to have their hand in it. You know, like they're not just going to let them port what is considered one of the best Wii games.
Yeah, all half-assedly. Yeah,
exactly. Like this is fine. I say this in the nicest way possible. If you don't own a way to play this game already, this is a great way to own it. Don't even worry about the other two versions. You're good.
Yep.
All right. If you're like me and this is the third time you're buying this game overall, yeah, I do think $60 was a little steep. I ain't gonna lie to you. $40 might have been the sweet spot. But I also really love Donkey Kong Country, and I now have a way to play every single country game without having to hook up anything else.
That's fair.
So that's really the most important part for me.
It's like $20 extra for convenience.
Exactly.
That's not. Yeah, I was gonna say. That's what I was trying to think. Like, how did they market that mess? What made them put that value on it?
Yeah,
a game that old.
Yeah.
Because if I'm being honest, it's probably because Nintendo knows we're dumb enough to buy it for $60.
Yeah. You say we.
Is it not in your hand?
No, but this is my first time buying it.
It is also my first time buying it, so it does appeal to those who've never tried it before and otherwise couldn't.
All right. All right, well, damn. Well, my copy of Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D tells you otherwise.
Whoa, bro.
Crisp 3DS case.
But no, like, in all honesty, this is what I've been preaching. There has never been a definitive way to play this game. Like, you're always playing with a compromise on the other two versions, right?
Oh, yeah.
If you're playing 3D, you're getting 60 frames, but you don't get the bonus levels in the secret world, and you all have to play with motion controls, no matter what controller scheme you play with.
Yeah.
All right. But if you're playing on 3DS, you get button controls, you get those extra levels, but it only runs 30 frames. Jeez. So I get it. Like, this is exactly what I wanted. Donkey Kong Country Returns HD with all the content together. Still a portable game, still on a home console game. Everything's here. This is the definitive official way to play this game now.
Very nice, very nice.
All right.
And I just like, adding to the library because, like, getting older Nintendo games is cool.
I get that. I was going to say. And, bro, what was it? The whole thing with all these physical copies. I don't remember the last thing I bought from Limited Run. So I gotta get back on it. Like, I know that what's his face?
I gotta make a big purchase from them like today, so we'll see.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it right now. Oh boy.
Yeah.
My budget.
I'm not trying to think about it.
No, because I was thinking, like, as far as giving out some money for these games, I might have to bite the bullet on some of these last chance ones, and then just I don't know, buy it from like eBay.
I haven't been like Video Games Plus in Canada is a really good way to get games from. So
that's also true. Yeah. That's also true.
Yeah, whenever they get stock, it's like they sell them for retail price. So it's not like you're gonna break the bank with them.
Gotcha.
And it's like over $60 US money. It's free shipping. So like,
oh yeah, okay. So I keep my.
Which reminds me, Phil, Rise of 3. In case you're still missing that.
Yeah, yep. I know. I need to do that soon. Sooner than later, because once Yumiya comes out, basically Rise is like rare.
Oh no.
So I need to do that like soon. I was telling Aniyah yesterday that I plan on picking up some indie games mostly. Like I want to pick up some of the smaller Switch titles, like Tunic. I don't have that.
Oh wow.
I want to get a Mori. I want to get like the Anton Blast is getting a physical copy this year. So is Pizza Tower. Neva is getting one.
Neva.
Can't wait.
Little Kitty Big
Plucky
City.
Squire.
Or was
Little
that?
Kitty Big City.
Okay.
Mhm.
That's another one. I want to pick those up. And then I haven't picked up Pepper Grinder. I want to pick that up.
Oh wow. Okay.
So there's a lot of indie games that I've been missing out on. Dredge. I want to pick up Dredge.
Ooh, okay.
Dave the Diver. So there's a lot
That's
of like
right.
really fun indie games I want to pick up.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna
curious
focus a
about that
little
game.
bit on that before the eventual Switch 2 comes out.
Gotcha.
Yeah, 'cause,
Speaking of
I don't know
which,
what they were going
if
What?
we don't have anything else to talk about as far as game pickups, we can shift over to finally Nintendo Switch 2.
This, none of that. It's
None of this. Just
freaking.
Bro,
I
what's
love
up
it.
with people thinking?
It's so aggressive.
What's the thing to unlock it? Because people are like, what if you're holding your Switch like this and you just push the button? You got to be a moron.
Oh, you haven't seen that?
to do
Yeah, you
that.
gotta be pretty dumb. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's
I wonder
so
what happens when you unlock it. Like gravity.
it's so
Like, that's what
interesting
happens.
that I think I understand, especially if you're just trying to illustrate for funsies, but also,
Mhm.
yeah, that's definitely some weird discourse going on like Twitter/X. So it's like,
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I mean, most of the time I keep my opinion about stuff like this because I don't know. I don't think I think about stuff too often that's like that drastic. Like
Yeah.
the design and everything. Of course, we're gonna have like a whole thing about how innovative it actually is. My thing is usually sometimes that demand of creativity for a console, especially because like people are expecting that from Nintendo.
mhm.
It's like when you don't get what you're expecting, then it's kind of like everybody's in a fit, and it's like you don't have to be.
Well, okay,
Have
hold
to
on.
be.
I think we should start from the top, right?
Sure,
Like,
sure.
Nintendo finally showed it off, like officially. Not, and unfortunately, the leaks were all correct. So literally, it was kind of a, oh, hey, there it is, like more than a, oh no, no way, like.
Yeah, it's kind of like, what was it? It's like a, man, here, damn. You keep asking me. That's what that kind of.
Yeah,
So
Nintendo
people are
was
interpreting,
basically
yeah.
like, hey, stop asking me. Here you go.
Yeah, you already know.
And there's a lot of theories too as to why it feels like that. Because I mean, okay, from the top, right? They showed off the Switch 2.
Mhm.
It is officially called Nintendo Switch 2, which is crazy. I don't think Nintendo's ever done like a 2 on the back of their name ever. You know, Super Nintendo Entertainment System, sure.
You're right.
Yeah.
Wii U, sure. 3DS to DS, Game Boy Advance to Game Boy, and Game Boy Color, sure. But those all feel like next. Well, I guess this one also feels like an iteration. So, but yeah, a 2 is appropriate. I don't know. I mean, they're cowards. They could have called the Super Switch 2, but whatever.
No, hold on. No,
The
why would
Super Nintendo Switch. Soup.
No.
Soup.
somebody mentioned like people get like upset about the console. It was like just adding a number instead of it being called the Nintendo Grip and Lip or some stuff like that. The Nintendo Super Grip and Drip or something.
Grip and Drip is crazy. Yeah, y'all want to play? Yo, I got the Grip and Drip at home. Y'all want to play some Smash Brothers?
Nah, that's what Netica was referring when he said like this game's got a nut butt.
Bro, it was such a
Dog.
wild stunt. That's like I don't think they'll call it that.
Yeah, no, I don't think they'd ever call it that. But yeah, I feel
Yeah,
that like
they
they always felt like they would want to just kind of keep naming conventions within their own space the same and consistent. So they would do something where it would be a little bit more extra, like Super Nintendo Switch, as we were saying. But it could also be just like a whole different thing, considering the success of the Switch. Like, obviously, if you just add Switch into the name, then you already know. But like, how do we make sure that people know that this is 100% the Switch, but it also is like a departure from it at the same time? It's like,
Yeah, and it Pokemon
Yeah.
evolved.
No, look, I think they're trying to avoid the whole Wii to Wii U again, and that is an actual concern, right? Like you're asking them to avoid people thinking the Wii U was just the Wii. All right. With the Switch 2, you are clarifying. No, this is the second one.
Yeah,
Switch
yeah.
2 is in the name.
Gotcha.
So, I mean, if PlayStation can get away with it for 5 times, I'm pretty sure, you know.
Yeah, that's why I was like, it's not a crazy. It's not like a deterrent. Am I gonna buy it? Yeah, but I'm not gonna feel ridiculously stupid about.
No.
There goes my Switch 2. Like it's a Switch 2.
No, and there's a lot of there's not too many details to dissect, but there are some key points I want to point out.
Okay.
For instance, I do think it looks sleek. Like it looks rounder. Like yeah, the Joy-Cons already look kind of round,
right?
But like somehow, they made it look a little sleeker than an actual Switch, which is I already thought looked like a sleek, modern like piece of technology. It looks good. I also like that the Joy-Cons are a little bigger because when you play sideways Joy-Cons like this, which is a function that we actually use in this house, especially multiplayer games, I don't like this is fine. I've gotten comfortable using it like this, but a bigger one with actual little bigger triggers. Bigger bumpers and an actual just like a good size in your hand.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I can get down with that. That's really cool. The idea of how it attaches. I do have Abraham in the chat saying like I know people are a little stressed out about how it attaches. And he points out exactly what I'm going to say. So I agree, Abraham. Nintendo knows how to make a durable console. I can throw my Switch across this room. Is that a good idea? No, but I'm sure it'll survive.
Hey, wait, what?
I'm sure it'll survive.
You know what? I had to think about it. I have a chip on mine. Mine is the launch model, and that thing has a little chip on the top.
And like Nintendo has built durable consoles. Like that's literally why their consoles have lasted so long in generations. Like they're so durable. They're really good quality. So I don't think they're dumb enough to make a design choice where it's gonna break so easily.
Somebody yeets their
if the rumors are true, then the joysticks actually have Hall effect. They are the Hall effect thumb grips or thumb sticks. So drifting is not an issue anymore, or less of an issue.
Yeah, I guess that's more of a practical feature. Now.
Yeah. Joy-Con drift is an actual feature
and an aesthetic.
It's aesthetic, yeah. Now, how are they going to play into some other stuff for sure? Because there's going to be some games that won't work from Nintendo Switch to Switch 2.
Okay, so I was going to get to that next. They did specify this. So here's the thing: what we knew beforehand, that the Switch 2 was going to be backwards compatible with Switch 1.
Yeah,
they didn't actually give you details on what that meant. They only said backwards compatibility is a thing, and so is Nintendo Switch Online. So, one, thank you for finally building an ecosystem that we can continue to play our Switch games, and our Switch Online service carries over as well. So we're not going to lose that. You know what I mean? Like that, we can continue to pay for the family plan and be cool. Great.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I know people are freaking out on that part that says it'll be able to play most Nintendo Switch games. And I think there's like an asterisk that says like some compatibility and some that just won't work at all. And I think I might be able to clarify some of that personally. If what I think is what they're trying to say for legal terms. So, one, thank you for confirming physical copies. Holy crap, that makes me so happy.
Okay.
Because the fact that they showed Mario Wonder on both the consoles looks cool. I'm glad that my physical library is going to be carried over. It means I can make purchases more comfortably.
Yes.
It makes me happy. As well as my digital library. I have a lot of Neo Geo games of digital, so I'm ready to see that on the next screen as well. In terms of the two asterisks, I'll start with what doesn't flat out work. All right, the ones where they said Nintendo games that won't work at all.
Criticism.
Labo.
I'm
assuming they're referring because they legally can't tell you just one, because there might be another game that uses the screen of some sort. And so those kinds of games where this screen doesn't work anymore, obviously wouldn't work. I mean, the OLED already is not Labo functional either.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like they have to kind of cover their bases because there's no way you can fit that screen on the Labo like keyboard or like the piano or anything. You'd have to carve out more of the cardboard.
Yeah.
I feel it.
I have a theory that it would work. You would pop it in and it will still load it up. It just functionality wise is not going to work. That's my theory about it.
Yeah.
Now, as for the other asterisks, some functionality in certain Switch games will not work. I think they're referring to games with accessories. And so the only way to get around that, and I know this is going to sound like a little crazy, but also look, a lot of evidence pointing to this, right? You're still going to need these.
The first edition Joy-Cons?
Yep, you're still going to need these.
Need your Joy-Cons.
Why? Because a game like Ring Fit Adventure would not be able to work without these because they need to be attached to the accessories.
Yes.
Not the screen, just the accessories, just the controllers. Now, Nintendo did release during Nintendo World Championships NES Edition that charger, that rail charger.
True.
Why would they all of a sudden, all these years later, release a rail charger? Because they want you to make sure you can still charge these without a Switch.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And also, because if this Nintendo Switch Online service is going to be backwards compatible as well, that means your retro controllers should also be backwards compatible as well.
Yeah.
NES controllers use the rail to charge. Therefore, I'm assuming this is all part of their plan. It's they're trying to let you know you can still do it. You're just gonna have to jump a little hoops to get through it.
Yes.
All right, Detective Gumshoe over here. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
So it's really just specific, like those kinds of games, or the ones that they're worried about backwards compatibility. But they legally have to tell you that because obviously they cannot guarantee you 100% fully backwards compatible.
Yeah.
And there might be other game issues. We don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason they might say that too is because it depends on how backwards compatibility works.
Yeah.
Is it simply because here's what I'm thinking it's gonna be, and here's what I want. My expectation is nothing changes. My expectation for backwards compatibility when it comes to Nintendo Switch 2 is I pop in a copy of Doom Eternal on that thing, and it is going to run Doom Eternal like if it was running it on Switch.
Yes.
Nothing more, nothing less. It doesn't bump up the fidelity. It just runs it as Doom Eternal for the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, no,
it's kind of like how you pop a DS game into the 3DS game.
Mm.
Like that is exactly what I'm thinking it's going to be.
Yeah.
No crazy.
I can't think of some exceptions.
What do I want it to be? I want it to be like I pop in Breath of the Wild and I see improvements. I see frame rate improvements.
That would be nice.
That is what I want to happen. I just don't expect Nintendo to be going all the way out for that.
Damn.
And if they are, that's why they have that asterisk, because then that means some games just won't get, they're gonna have to work around that.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So I fully expect Nintendo's first party games all to work. I don't think there's a single one other than Labo. I don't think that any of the first parties are in jeopardy.
I don't know, Phil. I noticed that the Joy-Cons this time around don't have this one scanner bar right here.
I thought it did.
Well, actually, we can double check.
I thought it did. If that's the case, WarioWare Move It will not work.
Ooh.
Oh.
Is there a thing for 1-2 Switch as well?
Wait, what?
Yeah, 1-2 Switch and WarioWare Move It might not be games that work either. I could have sworn it has the IR sensor though.
Yeah.
Wait, you talking about the
little
Nintendo Switch 2 not having an IR?
Yeah, this little scanner right here.
The IR scanner.
But the
the one you're like, no.
no.
Or in WarioWare Move It, it has like the really cool micro game where like it tells you make a fist and you close it and you have to hold it, and then it tells you to do quick shapes. So it's like do fist, finger, 5, and so you go, okay, cool. And that's how you play some games. Or like sometimes it'll be like make sure you squeeze the tree into the shredder.
Yeah.
Like that. It's really cool.
Interesting.
No, wait, does it not? It's got to have one.
I would assume it did. I would assume the Joy-Con functionalities won't change, but I could be wrong. I could be absolutely wrong. We don't know anything. As a matter of
That's
fact,
true,
all the leaks got everything right except for one thing. That second button on the right Joy-Con
The little
doesn't say
quote unquote
C.
Yeah, it doesn't say C button.
But also, this is Nintendo. They're probably holding that to their chest.
That's the only secret they got.
If that is the theory of the cast button, that's a hell of a game changer for me. Being able to play dual screen again is so cool. Like
the cast button.
Yeah, casting your Switch to the dock instead of it just being plugged in. And then certain games might have functionalities like for instance, if they were to, I don't want to put this in the air, but if they were to ever to port Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD again, those games on Wii U had inventory and maps all on your Wii U screen on the pad while you're playing the game.
Mm-hmm.
So like,
I think that would be pretty cool. Or we could get DS games where your touchscreen is the bottom screen and the top screen's the top screen. Like you can see both.
Mm-hmm.
So wait, the cast, like putting it on the dock?
No, wirelessly hooking it up to your dock.
Wirelessly to the dock. I see what you're
casting the screen to the dock.
I was thinking like you mean like casting from like what people do with their phones, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Good. Because I was thinking like I always thought they were gonna have like some accessory to make it like a second screen, but just wirelessly casting makes a lot more sense. So that would be the accessory. Okay. I'm waiting, Nintendo.
I'm waiting.
Abraham is asking if Switch Sports will work on Switch 2. I'm pretty sure that's a guarantee. That one's fine. Yeah, I don't think that game uses the IR feature or anything crazy.
It's just motion stuff.
And that should just be Joy-Con side like separate. Because and we'll get to that part too. They showed it actually drifting. Did you see that? Like they were drifting. Like
yeah,
they were Tokyo drifting, bro.
I really want to see what's going on after all that.
I think. So it's kind of like it's very interesting the way that they illustrate it like that because it does like imitate like a mouse drift type of thing.
Yes.
So
I was getting to that,
yeah. It seems
imagine. Well, I mean, Civilization 7 is on Switch. It's coming to Switch next month. So imagine being able to actually play Civilization with your Joy-Con with like a mouse and actually playing it correctly. You know what I mean? Like that's actually kind of cool. Because I'm feeling this now. And what's on a mouse? 2 buttons on your finger, correct?
Yeah.
So there's 2 buttons right here.
It's like it's like together.
Yeah, you can just do that.
Damn.
Have your thumb on the buttons. So you're just like, that's genius.
I can see it.
Like that's literally genius.
I was thinking like
Splatoon players will be hype. Like,
dude, there's gonna be so much sweats than there already are.
You thought everyone was sweaty now with Gyro. Wait till you see this.
Good lord. I was thinking like there was a
Fortnite viable.
Was it no, like
hey, the criticism Legends, of everybody. Sorry, continue.
Yeah, it was like the criticism of what is it? Not being around a what's his face? A table often, because usually people are having it handheld or they dock it. But I think people do forget like one of the functions that has in both Switches is that little kickstand. So like I would assume like you would just end up having some place to have your what's his face? Your
what I'm calling right now.
People be calling them rats. They be called not
not
mice. Yeah, it's not a mouse, it's a rat.
That's what the stand is what I'm using right now to hold my Switch up to play Donkey Kong. Like this.
Yeah,
I use tabletop mode all the time. I like my handheld when I'm sitting down or like I'm on traveling or something, sure. But when I'm sitting down like at a table or something and I'm hanging out with y'all or something, like I literally will plop this up as such, and I will just pull out my Joy-Con grip and I'll just play there.
Like, let me ask you.
I'll just chill back and just play.
Because it was the thing about Kid Icarus Uprising.
Don't you dare give me hope, Aniyah.
Look, hold on. This is better for you to give me expansion because I don't know. I haven't played.
Hope.
I've never played the game. But that's a huge.
Kid Icarus Uprising.
Yeah,
is literally my favorite 3DS game. Don't give me hope.
But what? Hold on. But I wanted your input on like why would those that function of like using the rat?
Because
Like,
the
why is that, like,
3DS game
Huh?
required you to be on touchscreen at all times. And I mean that to the point where look at this box. All right. It came with this stand.
A
So you can
stand.
put your 3DS on it. Okay. You were able to put your 3DS on it.
Uh-huh.
And so you're able to hold it down on a table or something. So your hand and stylus can always be on it.
Okay.
And so yeah, imagine the Switch 2 doing the exact same thing, but with a mouse support thing.
So the game requires everything aiming on touchscreen, no matter what.
So I would say it'll be like more accurate, right? If you use the Joy-Con drift.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But with the idea of the cast, like when you just use your Switch as the touchscreen itself, and then
You can do that.
Yeah,
A
right.
stylus is required for that though.
Yeah, I want to. Do you think they're gonna do that?
That'd be
Or, like,
cool.
what-
Getting a stylus.
Is there like a specific kind of
I
stylus?
mean, literally, no. It
don't think
as
so,
long as
right?
you have a multi-touch stylus that's normal nowadays, that's common. You can use that on Switch right now. Actually,
Yeah, because I was like,
that's how I make Mario Maker levels.
Yeah, like stuff that people use with like their phones and everything. It's the same
easier,
stylus.
It's easier that way. It's also in Europe and Japan. They have the Dr. Kawashima's brain training,
Oh, okay.
which is big, which is brain age for the Americans. We didn't get that game, but that game literally comes with a stylus for the Switch. Yeah,
Interesting.
And so there's some games where it's like you hold your Switch like this with your hand, like just tablet as is, and you'll go. It tells you draw numbers, so it's like, okay, next.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna assume. I'm gonna assume it's gonna be in our favor then.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. Very interesting.
I'll make it easier for us because I want to play that game. I want to see how they're gonna make it work.
Question: what do you guys think about like the kickstand? Kind of go back to that as far as like it being pretty much the exact same like steepness as like the OLED now, but also the fact that they decided to go with just like a slimmer like cut out of it.
I am not worried if it's a really durable stand. If it's not as flimsy as the Switch original stand, then we're good.
Yeah, I can see it being all right.
Yeah,
gotcha.
So how could you mess that up? Well, yeah, it should be okay.
Yeah, all right.
I'm curious about the USB, the micro, or the USB-C port on the top. Why is that there? If it also uses the USB-C on the bottom for the dock.
Who knows?
I'm pretty curious about that. Like, what?
That'd be like an accessory.
What functionality? Yeah, like what functionality would I have with that?
I would immediately go for like a tabletop mode charger when you have like the bottom side like already like touching the ground.
That's cool. That's a good way of looking at that too. As far as like being practical.
Yeah.
Like thinking like what people use for like a dongle. Like when you guys talk about, I keep thinking about the casting. The more you guys mention, so the dongle will be cool for that. That'd be interesting to see. There's gotta be something.
Yeah.
Even like something to improve network.
I am super excited for all of it. It looks great.
Yeah.
It's exactly what I wanted. And that's another thing I want to bring up too. Some people online are very quote unquote disappointed that Nintendo is just doing another iteration. And I'm like, brother in Christ, I don't think you understand. And we're gonna use this topic again for the next topic of Switch 2, but this is the best selling Nintendo console right now. If I was Nintendo, I wouldn't be trying to innovate anything. All the Switch 2 needed to be was a better Switch that was backwards compatible, that played my ecosystem of games, and then still gets new exclusives, and that can still run and handle new games coming out. That's all it needs to be, because the hybrid idea works. It is literally a game changer for me. That, like I said, the Switch fits my lifestyle. This console is literally like so convenient to play compared to the other two.
I'm curious then, because I think I was trying to make that point before. It's like, at what point do you stop? Like the hybrid kind of feels like a pretty good
end game type
a
of
pretty
thing.
good, a pretty good pinnacle, right?
It's also the only console, even with the Steam Deck out and the Rogue Ally, like it's still the only console that supports physical. It's the only portable that supports physical media. It's the only portable that has a dock built in, where like with the packaging, like you need it for TV no matter what.
Yeah.
Like it comes with it, so it's part of the like experience. The Joy-Cons are like back and forth. You know, you can't do that with the ROG Ally or the Steam Deck. You can buy a separate controller for the dock stuff, sure, but these are part of it. This is all part of it. These are functional as well as multi-tools, like controllers. Like, you know what I mean? Like the Switch is just an interesting console. Is it powerful? No. But Nintendo's never been about being powerful. It's more about the games. Are they fun? Are the games that they are providing for this console utilizing this console to its fullest potential and just being fun?
I'm for it. I'm all for it.
Which reminds me, there's one more subject to bring up Switch 2.
Oh, and what would that be? What would that be?
A new Mario Kart after all these years.
Nah, that was a crazy perspective.
Yo, you were saying that this is 15. You were saying this is 15 years old, brother. Mario Kart 8 is almost 15 years old.
Bro, Mario Kart 8 is 12 years old this year. That's ridiculous and disgusting.
They finally got us.
They
like,
did it.
Y'all right.
Hey, but those jazz tracks never.
No, they never stopped. And the DLC had great renditions of those of the jazz tracks too. Look, all I'm saying is it's been 12 years since an actual new Mario Kart, which is a testament to how good Mario Kart 8 is. It is still my favorite Mario Kart.
To be fair, yeah.
Because of how much content's in there, how replayable it is. It's just there's a reason it's the #1 best-selling Switch game. All right.
Yeah.
And also, it was the #1 best-selling Wii U game, which sure, take that as you will, but it's crazy how long that game survived. So
I'll respect here, yeah.
And this is a conversation I kind of had with Aniyah yesterday too. Because Mario Kart 9 is going to be important. We're going to call it 9. We actually don't know what it's actually called. Hell, we don't even know what we're looking at, because realistically, they showed a couple seconds of what is a new Mario Kart. That's new. That's not Mario Kart 9.
Yep.
And then they were like, all right, here's Switch 2, 2025.
Yep,
so,
and some other information, but we'll get to that later.
And some more information, yeah. But realistically, Mario Kart 9.
It's got to be just the new Mario Kart.
It's just, let's just call it the new Mario Kart. Yeah, the new Mario Kart looks sick. The models look really cool. They look more cartoony. They don't try to look like super real, hyper realistic anymore. Donkey Kong is using his movie model, which is crazy.
It's kind of nuts.
That's the Seth Rogen Donkey Kong official. Like, what?
I hope he comes back for that.
That's ridiculous. Yeah, he's gonna do some voice roles for that. That'd be crazy. Get some sound bites, Mr. Rogen.
Yep. But I am just excited to play another Mario Kart. Now, the subject of a launch game. This is weird because I'm torn. I'm split apart.
What you mean?
50-50 right now. On one hand, right?
Okay.
I would like the traditional launch game from Nintendo. AKA, they usually always do 2 games. One, some kind of tech demo-y game to show off the console. You know, whether that be 1-2 Switch or Nintendo Land or Wii Sports or whatever. Okay?
Yeah, fair, yeah. Okay.
And then the second game they always do is the big one. That's the big launch game. You know, for Switch 1, it was Breath of the Wild. For Wii U, it was New Super Mario Brothers U. Right? For Wii, it was Twilight Princess.
Oh, yeah.
So Nintendo has always launched a Nintendo console, albeit freaking Luigi's Mansion on the GameCube. That's the one exception to this rule.
Peak gaming.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because that is a Mario title, but not a mainline. So with Luigi's Mansion being the exception, they have always launched a Nintendo console with a Mario or a Zelda. And nothing else. So I'm trying to think to myself, what could the launch game be if they're going to go that route? It's got to be a 3D Mario. I don't think It's been 8 years now since Odyssey. I think it's about time. We just got Tears of the Kingdom. There's no way it's a 3D Zelda. I just could not imagine them going 2 years and going, all right, ready?
Oh, jeez, dude.
Like,
crazy.
No way.
Crazy
No way.
work.
Like, really thinking of what's the next creative move they're gonna make for the
However,
new 3D.
that's my 50% is being traditional.
Huh?
The other 50% goes back to Mario Kart because Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is the #1 best-selling Switch game. All right, 3/4 of Switch owners own that game.
Yeah.
So, and every year the holiday bundle is the same damn bundle. It's Mario Kart 8 with the Switch.
Albeit cheaper.
No, it's the same Switch price. You just get Mario Kart 8 for free. That's all it is.
I swear it was cheaper this round.
No.
Damn.
No.
Money.
So it would be stupid of Nintendo not to make Mario Kart the launch game. Like Mario Kart 9 could be the day and date launch game, show off what the console can do multiplayer wise, online wise, all that good stuff. Mario Kart's also a visual showcase. So it's like show off exactly what the power of the console can do, show off the multiple functionalities of the Joy-Con, sideways, whatever. And it's the perfect multiplayer game to get day one, right? You're gonna have 2 controllers off the bat. You might as well get a multiplayer game.
True.
I think Mario Kart is a slam dunk if it is a day one game.
Okay. All right.
Sorry, I thought he had hiccups. Anyways,
he's trying to agree with you.
Yeah, he's excited for Mario
He wants
Kart.
to play Mario Kart.
He's got a couple years left for that, but yes.
That's gonna be a crazy. Hold on.
But yes, I could see Mario Kart being the holiday game. I mean, the traditionalist in me would like a mainline Mario or a mainline Zelda to be the launch game, and then Mario Kart be the holiday game because it sells consoles.
That is very
imagine getting Mario Kart during the holidays.
That's a good point.
Where most people are on vacation anyways, and we're all just playing Mario Kart online, or whether it be with the friends, or you know what I mean. So that's what I can see it as too. That's what they've done before. All right, I remember 3DS's launch year. What was it? Oh wait, that was the other exception too. They did not launch a Mario or Zelda with 3DS. But they launched what? Pilot Wings, Nintendogs, Steel Diver.
Diver.
Yeah, but you know, later on in the year they got Mario Kart 7. So, and it's this Mario Kart traditionally comes out mostly year one, like year one of the console. All right, it's kind of the evergreen like title.
Yeah. Oh, evergreen.
Yeah. So it should be. I think I don't know. I don't know what to think. I don't know if it's gonna be Mario Kart, if it's gonna be something else launching game. Because I'm not convinced that Metroid Prime 4 Beyond is a Switch 2 game. I think that's just a Switch 1 game that you can just play on Switch 2.
I feel like it would have to be, yeah.
I feel like at this point that game has been in development for so long, they're not just going to switch everything over to Switch 2.
Yeah, because after that whole because they started from the ground up again after whatever happened. But,
True,
exactly.
That was a number of years ago too.
So I'm under the impression that right now Switch 1 still has. Well, we just got Donkey Kong Country Returns, so 3 more titles are left confirmed, and that's Pokemon Legends ZA, that's Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition, and Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. I'm convinced that those are just Switch 1 games. Those are not Switch 2 native games. Those are all going to come out, and Nintendo's going to say, but you can play them on Switch 2.
Yeah, but you can have fun on the next one. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense to me.
I'm not convinced that that it's going to be a launch game. I don't think Metroid's great, and would I want it to be a launch game? Absolutely, because I'm a Metroid Prime fan. I don't think Metroid Prime is the game you want for people, like for most people to jump into
the general audience. Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah,
that's gonna be interesting.
I wanted to. I was gonna say, like, would the backwards compatibility be like taken in mind? Would they do a dual launch like with any of these Switch games? And what I mean, like these, I mean, really just Pokemon, Metroid.
Another benefit for backwards compatibility, and this is something I was talking to Aniyah about yesterday. Nintendo has to actually try.
Big
And
old
what I mean by that is Mario Kart 9 or the new Mario Kart literally cannot be Mario Kart 8. It has to be different because most people will just go, well, I can just play Mario Kart 8 on this thing because you can. Like, so
what am I buying this for?
Yeah, so the next mainline Mario, the next mainline Zelda, the next Mario Kart, the next entries in these big franchises that we're going to get, that makes me so excited, by the way. The next big mainline entries in all of these franchises, the heavy hitters, all have to be uniquely like different or something new to freshen them up compared to the ones on Switch 1. I can't believe I'm calling it Switch 1. Because you can just play those already on the Switch 2. What would be the point?
Right.
So I'm excited to see what they go with that.
Right.
Yeah,
And I've always been
always
having this thought in the back of my head about, you know, with the introduction of a new generation, we get like that much more like technologically advanced to a point where like, you know, consoles cannot like perform well like with these like later titles. That's one thing, but also like the graphical jump from each one was always so significant. But now we're at a point where like it's starting to like plateau a little bit. You know, you have to kind of figure out like other ways to distinguish it from like other titles like of its same like series. And I think there's still a ways to go with Nintendo, but like later on they will catch up with themselves, and you got to figure out what would this, in this case Mario Kart, what will make 9 like even better than 8.
Or just at least different. I don't know if it has to be necessarily better. It just has to be different. Mario Kart 9 has to be a different style of game compared to Mario Kart 8. Which because then whenever we like, you know, like hangouts and stuff, you have both options right there in front of you. Like,
which one would you go for?
Yeah, which one do you want to play right now? Sure, let's play 9. Oh, sure, let's play 8. Like, that's the kind of stuff I'm expecting to see with the new game or with the new mainline entries. I'm expecting to see Nintendo in particular, because they're the ones that continue their franchise up to this day.
Okay.
I'm expecting to see these big franchises do new things.
You know what? I'm at least give them the benefit of the doubt, because even the Switch itself was something surprising. So they got something. They got something in the bank. They got some creative concepts they could use in these games. Because what is it? You still feel like different with every other game. Well, if we're talking about Mario Kart, every other Mario Kart feels different. And they've done it. They've done it well enough because it's always on a different console. So with this one just being like, well, on a stronger Switch, like adding on to what they're gonna do with well, hold on, because Mario Kart 8 was a Wii U
game. And now, granted, it does get a resolution bump on Switch to 1080p, but still, it was a Wii U game.
Yeah,
it was a Wii U game.
So
that's also another. Yeah. That's also another thing. If this is actually a 4K console on the TV, this will be Nintendo's first official 4K console. Therefore, these games are gonna look nice as hell.
Okay.
Like,
I guess we'll have to see.
That's gonna be crazy. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. You know, yeah.
I do want to add that to the predictions. Potential like higher spec resolution stuff.
Yeah, I do think there's a reason it's called the Switch 2, right? It's going to be more powerful for sure. If the leaks and rumors are true, it's closer to a Series S.
I was gonna say, what if it's just like it's just 2K for the Switch 2? It only hits 2K resolution.
That's funny.
It'd be like, it
works.
It works.
That would be funny.
But also, another thing we got to talk about, and this is why I kept mentioning games, is because we're gonna see a ton of games from them. We're gonna see what Switch 2 has to offer April 2nd, because we're gonna get a Nintendo Direct specifically for the Switch 2, April 2nd.
Yeah,
that was confirmed. We're gonna get a closer look at the console. We're going to get, I'm assuming the game lineup, at least the launch lineup, or tease us with upcoming games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can get down with that.
Yep.
I'm looking for
one of the coolest consoles in the world. You can have the best console in the world. I don't care. All right. It could be the most powerful thing ever, but if it doesn't have the games to back it up, it's useless. Like,
True.
Yeah, that's kind of rough.
And so I'm looking for software. I'm looking to see Nintendo's next big entries and new ideas. Maybe they throw another ARM style game out there. Like that was a surprise back when they announced Switch 1 that day. Remember? That was cool. I was like, a
Expand the
fighting game?
lore.
I was like, a
Expand
fighting
the
game?
lore.
That's cool.
Do it.
Splatoon 2, Xenoblade 2, a new Shin Megami was announced that day.
Mhm.
That ended up being Shin Megami Tensei 5. Like,
Oh yeah, damn, that did all happen on there.
all happened that day.
We're kind of
No
nuts,
More
man.
Heroes 3 was announced that day, and it didn't come out till like ever. Like,
Oh,
yeah,
the Lord.
it's took a while.
All right.
it was that was a big day. So, but yes, I fully expect to see third parties show up that day. I fully expect to see, because if we start seeing some crazy third parties, like the rumor is that Assassin's Creed Shadows is a Switch 2 game. If the Switch 2 can run Assassin's Creed Shadows, okay. What is in that console? Like, what is that console doing?
They're really getting up there with the expectations. Hold up, or these leaks or whatever, right?
Tekken 8.
Darn leak.
New platform. The Switch.
That's a rumored game, by the way. Tekken 8 is a rumored
crazy.
I did see I saw a post about it, but somebody just said POV of you running Tekken 8 on the Switch 2, and it's like bit crushed to like 144
super
resolution.
bit crushed like ever the hell and back.
Oh my god!
I was like, please don't do that. I like having it on the go too, but I don't know how to pull it off.
Yeah. Considering that you can do that similarly on your like other PC handhelds.
That would be crazy. Oh man,
if they
optimistic.
They just got to put like the rest of the Dark Souls series in Elden Ring. That's all they got to do.
Oh yeah, they do have Dark Souls on the Switch. That was an interesting thing to run. Oh yeah. That was an interesting remaster. Did you try that, or do you have it on the Switch?
No, I have not tried that. That would be interesting.
They did.
That'd be nice if they did that and also add the performance boost on that, if possible. Yeah. Otherwise, nothing.
That's why I was just. Yeah, I was just assuming like performance boost. The performance boost is going to be like maybe like it doesn't have to, because I would just assume in terms of like how fast the game loads. Hopefully, it's faster.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, do you hear anything about like what's been in it, or I guess just everything's just going based off of the leaks and rumors?
Sure.
Like, was there a rumor about their hardware?
There's been some leaks reportedly about like what's actually like put into the Switch 2, but I honestly did not really try to entertain that at this point.
Okay, because I'm cool with waiting too, but I was just like, man, but like with all these leaks and everything, I mean, like, shoot, for all the people who have the high expectations and just can't wait for the info, I'd assume they had something to know by now. But man, at this point,
I hope that speeds are a little bit faster on this one. I mainly say that for the sake of like their eShop. I think that needs to like get touched up big time.
Ooh,
because remember I did that one bit where it's like when you could be playing and I click on it and just we're waiting there for like 30 seconds. And I throw in my joke finally, and it's like, oh man, dude, it's great for the build up for the joke, but if the eShop kept loading as slow as that going forward, no.
that was some real Internet Explorer speed happening right there. It was super turtle. But yeah, they got to have like just an enhanced boost.
It needs to have a better way to find games, man.
That too.
They're gonna be on it. I mean, like what? Why would come on? Like they got to look at something. Wait a minute. Let me think about this. What's the difference on like a PS5 to a PS4's power? Like, would that be like a comparable thing? Like, whatever ratio of improvement you saw from a PS4 to a PS5, would it be reasonable to give that same like expectation to a Switch and then the Switch 2?
Maybe like when comparing those two like franchises together, that's kind of tough.
Yeah, I would say more like a PS4 to a PS4 Pro is what I was thinking.
That's fair. That feels like a good middle ground. Because what you call it, the Switch Pro. You said that yesterday, so I was like, that's a good point.
It's basically what it is, but that's okay. Like that's what it needed to be.
Yes.
No, they literally said it in this little clip. It has exclusive Switch 2 games.
That's gonna be interesting.
So there are going to be games that only released for that console. But there's a lot of rumors about that. There's also a longer wait than I thought.
For
April
that
2nd,
Drake, yeah.
kind of out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when Nintendo did the November reveal for Switch 1, it ended up being January is where they actually talked about it. So it wasn't that long of a wait.
Yeah.
Now it's April.
So I mean, it's also weird because of their release time frame with, this strategy going forward with releasing, month to month Switch games, or at least as consistently as they can. And so with them already laying out like Xenoblade as like one of the last like actual like announced, here's the date of the release. Now we're stuck with, March with Xenoblade, and I'm having a feeling that they want to make sure they they promote all of it. They want to keep
home.
Yeah.
No.
They want to promote Xenoblade as much too, and not have it, get stepped on by a Switch too.
Exactly. But also, like, I have a big theory. I said it on X, formerly known as Twitter. That, and a lot of people agreed with me. I did not think it was gonna happen, but I think we don't have to wait that long for a Nintendo Direct. I think we're still gonna get a normal Nintendo Direct next month. Now, before I make that claim, let me actually have some information to back it up.
Back it up.
Justin, what is one of the most important days for you next month?
It's Pokemon Presents.
Yeah, always. It's always February 27th because that's Pokemon Day. And Nintendo always does 2 directs, always back to back. Either it's always a main one and a small one. Pokemon Presents would be considered the small one. Usually there's an indie world, stuff like that. So I think we're still going to get a normal Nintendo Direct because they still got Switch 1 games to talk about. They're not going to not support Switch 1, especially because there's still third-party games coming out this year that are Switch 1. Atelier Yumiya, Trails in the Sky first chapter is a Switch 1 game. Capcom Fighting Collection 2 is a Switch 1 game. So there is a bunch of good third parties still. Guilty Gear's literally, I think, this week.
Yeah.
So I think we have a good amount of time with the Switch 1 still. I think we're still like 2 years strong for like software on Switch 1. Now, when it comes to Nintendo's first party stuff, that's what I want to see. I want to see a look because they're going to announce most of the stuff up until summer, up until like a little bit into this year. So, what is the wait time for Switch 2? Let me put it this way. We still only have 3 confirmed games, right? Left. And Xenoblade has the time slot of March. So, what's left in February? What's left in,
I guess, May?
April, May, June, because I do think my personal theory is that Switch 2 comes out in June, end of June.
That's fair.
But we're still going to get more and more games on Switch 1 throughout the year. So maybe we get a main big Switch 2 game, but then we also get a smaller remaster or remake for the Switch. All right, there's that rumored Kirby's Planet Robobot port coming. There's still always that. I know it exists. They have to have it close to their chest. They just want to figure out a good release time. Maybe it's this year for the Genealogy of the Holy War remake.
Ooh.
That's still a thing. Like that seems to still be existing. Metroid Prime 2 and 3, anybody? Like they still.
Yeah, you're right.
I think Switch 1 still has a lot of life left in it.
How long? Yeah, how long did they stop releasing games for
3DS? When the Switch came out, 3DS still went on till 2019.
That was crazy.
Oh, then.
All right, I remember because Kirby's Extra Epic Yarn was the final Nintendo first party release.
Yeah, they're gonna keep us. They're
gonna keep Switch players well fed, which is great because it's not gonna be like huge, like oh my god, crazy like games. It's going to be remakes, remasters, ports, smaller but meaningful, like good software, good experiences. Like we can still get some Zeldas. We can still get like if they were just to say, hey, Mario Galaxy 2, we didn't put it in 3D All Stars. Here it is in a Switch cart. Hey, look, I could say they did it as is because they did it with Donkey Kong Country as is. Just throw it on there, sell it for $40 flat. People will buy that up, no problem. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like those are the
Yeah.
kind of things I'm expecting for Switch from here on out.
Hmm.
I'm not expecting anything big past Metroid Prime 4 Beyond and Pokemon Legends ZA.
Yeah,
I think
agree.
those are two of the biggest like Switch games left, and that's about it.
Hmm.
That's fair. Oh, sure. Oh. All right, guys. Not gonna lie.
Hmm.
I'm playing Tekken, but
Of course,
Sure.
I'm playing
Well,
Donkey
I will-
Kong.
but I was I was in the
I'm not.
I was in the character. You know, I was in the character customs, and I made Jin look like Jimmy Neutron. So I've been kind of.
Disgusting.
But I mean, it works. I mean, look at.
Oh.
Well, I mean, you can't look at him. Well, yeah, I mean, like Jesus.
I think mommy got home, so now he's upset. Finally,
Devil Jimbo.
he was asleep this whole time. But no, I think Switch 2 is going to be great. I can't wait for more information. I hope we get maybe a little bit more. Oh well, there's still one more thing they announced: the Nintendo Switch 2 Experience.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So
what's that?
yeah.
What's that?
we've signed up for those.
Yes.
And we'll just see. We'll just see if we get selected.
Yeah. So basically, they're going to raffle out. It's an open registration, so if you haven't signed up, you can until January 26th.
Uh-huh.
It's still open. I've checked. You can go in there, just sign up for whatever city you're living near. For us, it'll be LA. We'll go in there. We'll try to get a time slot for any of the times that are open.
Mhm.
They'll raffle out who's going to get it. I think it's a certain amount of people that's going to get it for each time slot. They're
Yeah.
saying 2 hours and 20 minutes for the experience total. So,
Oh wow.
and it's going to be after April 2nd. So I'm assuming it's whatever software they announced that day.
Yeah.
You know,
They'll be
we're going to be
there.
able to see it. Yep.
And any features that they're introducing
And any
later.
big features they want to show off. Exactly.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see a lot of crazy stuff come out in April. April's gonna be a big month for Switch 2, even if it doesn't come out in April. So we're gonna see a lot of impressions, a lot of people playing it. It's gonna be crazy.
That's gonna be crazy.
Yup.
Mm.
I can't
Looking
wait.
forward to it.
I hope I get in. That would be so cool.
I hope so too.
Aniyah, I put your name on my side. Well, let's hope.
Oh yeah, because what was it?
Yeah.
The family plan or whatever.
Yeah, so you and I share a family plan. So if you have a family plan, you can actually put up to 5 guests, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in your family plan to who wants to go.
Yeah.
And if you get picked, then you get all. Like
That's pretty
all
cool.
the family that you invited
That's
with gets to go in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
it would probably be you, me, my sister, and my wife.
Very nice. Very nice.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I was
I'm
like,
part of
I ain't had
Steffi's
nothing
plan,
going on in
so
April.
Yeah.
it'll be like us as a duo.
Yup. And hey, you and I, and we could also get chosen the same day, just different times. Screw it. We'll just make a nice trip out of it that day.
Yeah.
I hope so. I hope
Okay.
that. I hope
Sounds
the,
nice.
hope the stars align.
We'll make a dank trip that day. It'll be awesome. I promise. So
That's crazy.
I can't wait. It'll be cool if we do get in. If not, all right. Well, then you know.
It is what it is, and
Fine.
we'll just see what other people have been.
I just
reporting
won't get the Switch 2. As a matter of fact, I'll burn my copies.
Whoa!
But hey,
Wait.
For the one day.
yeah, one day.
All or nothing.
but yeah.
Actually,
It's gonna be fun. Switch 2, baby. We back.
we're so back.
We're so back.
Oh, I'm sorry everything works out.
Mm-hmm. So if that's all for Switch 2 talks, let me
Yes.
go over to the next thing.
Yeah. It's a waiting game
kind of, yeah. So I'm kind of transitioning over to a downer bit of news. Well, actually,
Yeah.
it might depend on like how you guys feel about it. It's about PlayStation, actually. So
That thing. Yeah.
it's a Bloomberg report. So I mean, it is. Take it with a grain of salt.
Take it with a
maybe.
grain of salt, yeah.
But according to Bloomberg's report, there's 2 Bluepoint related games that got canceled. Both of them were live service games. That's the thing.
Yeah.
One of them is for Days Gone, and the other one's for God of War. That's kind of all we really know about those. And you know what? They don't really say in support of this, but I have a feeling that it is because of like Concord's recent, flop.
Yeah.
That they decided to like
Yep.
rescind that. It's so crazy
very
because
true.
I look at the headlines for like Concord and it's kind of a sad thing, especially when you look on the other side and you see Marvel Rivals just simply like thriving over there.
Oh. Like I don't. Man. Hold on.
Not to say ill about Marvel Rivals, but it is one of those things where I think using that IP, well, multiple of them, really like helped with that game's success.
Then like I don't know, there was like the game is nice to look at.
True that.
Hardcore looks like
I'm gonna BRB, but I was gonna say that yes, I was gonna say Marvel Rivals is a big success right now. So it's not that the live service games are, you know,
you just got to do it right.
Exactly. Helldivers 2 did it, and that's a Sony first party game.
True that.
So what happened with Concord? It just wasn't good. I don't know why people are just like blaming like the character designs or whatnot. No, it just wasn't fun to play. I'm sorry. Like,
damn. It had like a good like a foundation, didn't it?
No. it was okay. I played it, you know, I gave it a good college try. Right? I played 5 hours of that beta.
That's certainly a lot.
That's certainly a lot of time to deep into it, to play out different characters. And like, while I think the visuals were definitely a little here and there, I didn't outright hate it, but I also wouldn't say like it was anything special. And like, here's a big problem. Marvel Rivals is free.
This is also true. This is also true.
Concord still asked for $40.
Asked for $40.
Mind you, updates were going to be free, but they asked for initial $40 up front. And if you're making games like that, most games are all free in that realm. Helldivers is the exception because Helldivers isn't
$40 actually.
Helldivers isn't necessarily like that kind of game. It's a live service in a different style, but yes.
Yeah, okay.
It's not a hero shooter is what I'm trying to say.
Basically, yeah, the hero shooter thing was like
the hero shooter genre is what I'm trying to get at. Yeah. It's a tough crowd. If you're going to do a live service game, it's got to be something unique, which is why I would say they canceled which 2 games, right? They canceled a God of War live service game.
Yeah.
Thank God for that.
That was a weird one.
That is the dumbest idea I've ever heard. Yeah, we dodged a bullet there. I did not want that stain on the God of War series. And then a Days Gone live service game as well.
I mean, I could kind of see that, but yeah, I think that
everybody wants a Days Gone too, not a live service game.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, isn't Days Gone that zombie game?
Yeah. No.
That's
It also shows how many live service games was Sony planning on trying to make out here, because Bungie's still working on Marathon. That's a live service game.
Marathon? I forgot about that.
There's a rumored live service game that got leaked from Bungie. That's a platform fighting game like Multiverses.
Huh?
Really?
Yeah, I think it's like codename Jelly Bean or something like that. Yeah,
Jelly Bean.
That's crazy.
It's an I was like, Bungie making a fighting game is kind of crazy, but you know, that's a live service game too. Like, so I'm just wondering what were they thinking? Like, because there's still also, what is the other one that's still coming out? Fair Games.
Bro,
man,
by Haven Studios. Yeah, Fair Games is that bank heist live service game.
Oh yeah, I remember now.
That's a first party game. So
they okay.
That's why I'm saying, like, those games are
something.
How many live service games did they think they were going to try to push on PS5? Like, that's crazy.
They wanted to make it the money machine.
Yeah, still offended that Marathon's a live service game, by the way.
Yeah, they definitely had some type of plan going forward that would hopefully just like continue to give them more money. But
they make the world's best cameras. What are they doing?
I think that's a separate thing.
What is Sony doing? I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, the more I think about it, I was like, money's cool and all, but like, what are you doing with the money you got now?
I think that's a separate fun.
Like, God, like, geez, stop being stupid with the money. like, be more creative, and we can probably get somewhere. Like, you know what? I'm getting mad because the more I think about it, because like, hold on, I can't pause it. But like these damn it, Brian.
Look, live service games are so bad that even my son is upset. Oh, yep. See?
Okay.
He hates it too. He can't stand live service games.
He can't stand live service. And he hasn't been alive for, well, actually, he has been alive for like more than several years, if we're going to talk about that.
So weird.
Yeah. You know
what?
I
feel like there's ways. Yeah, go ahead.
It's not going to be the exact like end and result type of approach that they'll do. At least I was in the meeting for it, but if this means that we'll get a little bit more like maybe single player focused types of games, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I'm all for
Yeah,
it.
that would be cool.
But
I don't
yeah.
know, man. I'm just trying to think like, okay, creativity. I don't know. They lacking in that creative pool because there's something, or like maybe this is just me to like kind of like throwing my like any way to shill for what's his face for indie games.
Oh yeah.
Bruh, just check those people out. I'm not gonna lie. I would always assume there's a risk in everything. So
Sure.
like as a business, they want to do what's the least amount of risk, right?
Mm.
So it's not gonna be guaranteed to have like because there's a lot of creativity within indie scenes, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like there's still new people. So who's to say that they hop on a program or like a project and like this person clearly has potential, but this is like their first thing and then something goes wrong. Now, like Sony invested in a lot of resources into these new people, so that's what I'm assuming when it comes to like, there's not like a lack of like creative things going on with games. It's just like the risk they're not willing to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So all this live service mess needs to chill. Cause like, why would you use Bluepoint for a live service with God of War? What? What are you doing? There's got to be something I'm missing. I be talking out the side of my neck with that stuff, but it's just so stupid. Like money's cool and all, but like have you ever played a really good video game? Like, like maybe like do something a little bit more responsible.
I don't know, maybe just reinvesting in an existing franchise that you may or may not own in partnership with a certain From Software company, something like that.
Remember that thing what was it like Perseverance or something in their
Perseverance, something born out of blood or something.
Oh, all that Sony pomp and circumstance. It was like, look at what we got for you. We know what you want. We're just gonna make you mad. Like,
okay, so cancel the Days Gone one. Cancel the
right? War. My bad.
I just need Sony to look at Astrobot for a second and be like, you're right. You're right. Hold on.
I was like, that was dumb. Like, come on, man. You're looking at everything you could work with. So then
I think maybe they're in a growing phase right now. They're adjusting.
Yeah, they're adjusting, all right, for inflation. But like, yeah.
Oh no. Reality sets in.
Bro. Yeah, right. It's like all the things that happens with most of the money moves they make has been kind of reckless. Maybe they should just,
I mean, I guess to be fair, they are kind of investing in, well, like some of their other companies are working on things like Naughty Dog is obviously working on, what was it, Intergalactic. So that's them going forward on that front. But we also need to see what the other companies, I guess, are going to be doing. Should know.
That game has a lot to work with. So
should know.
As long as they don't mess that up, that game has a lot to work with. They can do it.
Okay, what I miss?
No, we were just
like all this.
Yeah, we were sticking with Sony for a little bit, and we were like, hey, look at Astrobot for a second. Figure something out for that. And I think we're also thinking that they're in the midst of just kind of changing plans. So, I mean, we'll see.
I mean, look at Astrobot. Intergalactic's finally a thing. Like we're finally getting a new Naughty Dog IP after all these years.
Also, take a look back. Look at some existing partnerships and franchises you may own. Something born out of blood. I don't know.
Look at them. Look at them. It's like bait. They're like, hey, or like you're dangling keys in front of the fans.
Oh no. Speaking of looking at companies you may have owned, Xbox and Microsoft. Is it time for that conversation?
It's time. Let's talk about the developer direct and our predictions for that too.
Aye.
Yeah, I want to know about that. What's going on with that?
Next, what day is it? January 23rd. Yeah, they're going to do the annual. Now it's an annual. It's been 3 years now straight. The annual January developer direct. This is basically a really cool thing that Xbox does now. It basically focuses on 4 studios. Usually 4 studios. Sometimes they throw a 5th one in there for good measure. Like that surprise one. But it's 4 studios and 4 games that are upcoming from one from each studio. And they kind of go into like a deep dive with each developer. and like each developer gets to talk about their game, what they like, like what's going on in behind the scenes, how you get to see the studio, you get to see them actually working on the game. It's actually really cool. And it's actually a way for them to show off, hey, and they announced like details about upcoming games. So this time around, we are getting details for these upcoming games. Right. Doom: The Dark Ages with id Software.
That's good. I like that.
We're getting details for South of Midnight with Compulsion Games.
Thank you.
Yep, that's what I'm saying. Thank you.
Dude.
I forgot the developer's name, but we are getting details about Clear Obscure Expedition 33.
I think that's from Sandfall.
Yeah, thank you. It is Sandfall Interactive. Thank you. And here's the big twist this time. We're getting a fourth developer. No confirmation on who it is. It's a surprise, quote unquote. Xbox is calling it a surprise. It is a surprise game, something that has not been announced from a legendary developer.
Devolver Digital.
Well, whoa.
No, wait, we're getting what's that dude with the big hand, like the rat thing?
What?
The mascot, the Devolver mascot. We're getting a game.
Oh my god.
That'd be ridiculous.
No
bro.
way.
It's like
No.
you've been waiting asking long enough.
There's rumors on what it could be, but I'm gonna leave that for the end of the predictions.
Oh, okay.
Because remember, Xbox loves to do this. There's also a fifth developer usually tied into this. There's always 5 developers. There's never usually 4. So there could also be something in between, like random. So like last year, it was Square with Visions of Mana.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
they came out. And then the year before that, it was Tango Gameworks, right? They did
Oh yeah, and that's Hi-Fi, right?
That was Hi-Fi Rush. They dropped it that day. Like,
oh yeah, what's a shot?
That was just
was
like
insane.
Yeah. So let me start from the top here. Doom is the star of the show here, right? Like that's the big game.
That's super big.
Doom: The Dark Ages is going to be the big one, and I'm all for it, man. I cannot wait to play Doom: The Dark Ages this year. Literally my most anticipated Xbox game this year, and I'm not even kidding. I can't wait. I love Doom. It literally has never done me wrong. Even if I have a little bit of complaints with Eternal, I still think it's an incredible shooter. I love the medieval like look of Doom: The Dark Ages. I remember seeing it when we were Retro Gaming Expo, and we were like kind of just like watching that direct or that whole showcase unfold. Yeah. The fact that this dude has a shield and a mace is the wildest thing.
Yeah, what's going on with that?
It's a prequel to the new series. I can't wait, dude. I literally cannot wait to see how this plays out. Because that is metal as hell. That is the most metal as hell game ever. And it fits Doom so well.
Yeah, that is going to be crazy. It just reminds me of, what's the Heavy Metal? What's that Gladiator girl?
The game, right? With Jack Black? Brutal.
Oh, no, not the game. No, Heavy Metal.
Oh, the actual like icon, the animated movie. Yeah.
She's like flying on a pterodactyl.
She's flying on a pterodactyl. And Heavy Metal's so good. I have it on Blu-ray. It's so good. Heavy Metal's amazing. It's kind of like in that realm, but it's Doom. So you're just slaying demons left and right, homie.
That's gonna be funny.
Yeah, it's just I can't wait. I just can't wait. And id Software literally is going to show off new tech. Basically, this whole section is id Software flaunting id Tech, whatever number they're going to be on right now. They're going to show off a new id Tech engine. I'm assuming for future games, and it's like, all right, here it is. Like this is what we're going to be doing. id Tech's great. I mean, other developers use it too. Machine Games uses id Tech for Indiana Jones. That's why it runs so great.
Okay.
So. Hell yeah, dude. Doom: The Dark Ages. Are y'all excited to see it?
It's kind of just a given. It's kind of a given.
Yeah, as far as like what I want to do for like Xbox is definitely going to be for was it Song of the South and
South of Midnight, yeah.
Doom. So it's like, why not?
You just mentioned a very controversial Disney movie.
You already know.
Absolutely controversial Disney movie.
Still,
But no, South of Midnight is the next one. But yeah, I was gonna say with Doom, yeah, I can't wait to see what id's got up their sleeves
For
for
sure,
Doom.
for sure.
I have the craziest predictions that they're gonna announce a release date for Doom that day.
Yo.
I think Doom is sooner than later.
Oh yeah, sure.
I can't tell
I
with this
would-
right
well,
now.
I would pin Doom for Xbox. Well, here's the thing. Here's why I'm saying this. Look at Xbox's first party lineup this year. This is the strongest first party. Assuming nothing gets delayed,
Mhm.
assuming nothing gets pushed back. Avowed, Doom the Dark Ages, South of Midnight, a new Call of Duty because it happens every year. All right. Fable. We're already at 5 games. There's Towerborn that's just the Xbox version of Towerborn has to come out this year. What is there's another game I'm missing in there. I know it was coming out this or quote unquote pinned for this year.
Oh yeah.
I can't think of it.
Yeah, me neither. I was gonna say what like
there's a theory going around that people want to see Gears of War E-Day this year. I mean, if that happens, holy crap. Because the theory is that if you see it every time they reveal the Gears of War, it only comes out the next year.
Oh.
I don't buy into that. I think Gears of War E-Day is a 2026 game, along with maybe Perfect Dark. But I mean, it could happen, and I would be really hyped to see Gears of War E-Day this year. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, me too.
that would make my year for Xbox. I'm not even kidding. Like
they've been cooking.
Doom. I mean, look at that lineup: Doom, Gears, Fable. Brother, we're back. Like, they've
been holding out for the big guns. It's good.
Yeah, this is the year where all these purchases are going to come into effect. Like, we get to see the first party lineup finally come into fruition. All right, I am excited to see everything. Avowed. Oh, The Outer Worlds 2. There it is. The Outer Worlds 2 is this year.
Oh,
so there you go. Like, we have a lot of Xbox first party games lined up this year.
Really?
Yep. This is the year of like big titles for them. So yes, I am excited to see where they place this, but now we got to place them in months. We got to place these in months. True. So where would Doom lie? If Avowed is February, remember if Avowed's coming out next month. Where do you place Doom? I honestly, Doom is either March or April for me.
I was gonna say,
I'm calling it now.
The better question is, who do you want to place in the splash zone of Grand Theft Auto?
Yeah, yeah. So that's a big thing too. And Grand Theft Auto is going to be a holiday game if it does come out this year.
Okay.
And that's kind of the thing. Nintendo's only advantage is that they have a new console. Like, the only advantage they have.
Yeah, until further announced, that's all they got going for now this year.
Like, against anything going up against the juggernaut that is going to be Grand Theft Auto 6. Good luck.
Yeah. What month is that again?
Luck.
Huh?
What month is Grand Theft Auto 6?
We don't know.
Oh,
it just says 2025. It says 2025. I'm betting late 2025.
Yeah,
that feels about right.
Like a fall,
like a fall or like a December.
Oh, okay.
But Rockstar does not announce anything unless they know what's going to happen. So
pretty good with that, actually.
Yeah. So, I feel bad for anybody going up against Grand Theft Auto 6 if you're not Nintendo. Because Nintendo is their own bubble. But everybody else,
you have to compete with that.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Good luck.
That's tough.
Onimusha, save us!
Onimusha's next year.
You're right. They were smart. They were smart about it. They were like, no.
Be in the same year as Grand Theft Auto 6. Like,
no, we don't want smoke.
Yeah,
that'd be crazy.
So I would like to see what's gonna happen. I think Doom is a good March or April game, in my opinion. South of Midnight could be a good May game.
That feels about right.
Yeah. I think they want. There's a specific reason they're talking about these two and not Fable, right?
Oh yeah.
Fable's confirmed for 2025. It's just a matter of where. I think Fable is a little bit way out. Like I think September or October for Fable.
So we're talking about like possibly more immediate games.
And I can't even say that because Call of Duty usually is always October.
Okay. My legs.
And then, remember, we have to count Call of Duty. It is a first-party Xbox game.
This
It
is
comes out
true.
every year.
Mm-hmm.
And Black Ops 6 made money. So
yeah, definitely gonna reinvest
and
that.
Whose turn is it this year? Infinity Ward? So yeah, I believe it's Infinity Ward's turn for Call of Duty this year.
Really?
Yeah, because last year's Black Ops 6 was just Treyarch. The year before that was what? Modern Warfare 3 by Sledgehammer?
Sure.
Yes. Yeah. And then the year before that was Modern Warfare 2 Infinity Ward again. So yes, we're on the right track for a Infinity Ward game. So we'll see. We'll see what that plays out like.
Yeah. I guess it's hard for me to even pinpoint exactly what these dates would be because I'm so used to Nintendo's like so fixated like monthly schedule. But I don't know much about Xbox because they're kind of like sparingly like releasing games here and there.
Yeah. But you know, I don't know. I just think Doom is gonna be closer than sooner. Like sooner than later for sure.
Yeah.
So
some behind the first half, yeah.
Yeah, and then the second game on the list is South of Midnight. I know, Aniyah, you were very excited for this one.
I think this was really cool too.
It looks great. It looks super fun to play. It looks like the single player action game I want on an Xbox, so that's really cool.
Yeah, I'm down for it. Especially how they animated it. It's so good.
Yeah, I was like, good lord, finally we get some personality in this animation. I'm cool with that. Because again, all that AAA stuff is cool and all, but like, give me some style.
And this is going to be Compulsion Games' first big AAA game because technically they were an indie developer when they only had 2 games to their name. Contrast, which if you've ever played is actually kind of good, and We Happy Few, which is a little mixed. It's a little mixed.
I remember that game.
True. Yeah.
It's cool to
I didn't think it was going to be a stealth game, so. But yes, this is going to be a really cool action game, third person hack and slash. Like it looks great. Definitely up my alley. I'm ready to play South of Midnight. It just looks like a really fun game to play through.
Yeah. Can't wait to see more about that one.
Yeah, waiting on them.
What's the third
I also think the prediction for that is they're going to announce the release date.
Fair. I think
like during the what is this called again?
The developer
the Xbox Developer Direct.
Okay.
Yep. The third game. Ooh, we got another banger. Literally all 3 of these are bangers, dude.
Sure that. Yeah.
Claire Obscure's Expedition 33 is the game that's the big surprise from the Xbox showcase last year. It's the RPG that looked really clean. It's not a Japanese RPG, but it's gonna play like a Japanese RPG. It looks so good, dude. It has Paper Mario mechanics for no reason. But it looks hyper realistic. Like, oh my god, it looks so good. Like, and they've already been confirming tons of things. Like, the game is short. It's only gonna take you about 30-ish hours to beat.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
No, it's also they're only charging you $50.
Nice.
That's cool.
So there is a physical copy coming out. Mind you, this is the one game on this list that isn't first party, and so it is coming out on PS5 as well.
That's true.
Confirmed.
Well,
and
that's all for
I guess Doom: The Dark Ages is also a PS5 game. We should clarify that as well.
Yeah.
South of Midnight hasn't been announced for, but I kind of think it will be a PS5 game eventually. We'll see.
Yeah.
But yes, this game looks really cool. I'm excited to play it. I have Game Pass, so I think I'm gonna play it that way for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just excited to see more of this game. The game just looks really good. My prediction is if they give us a release date for this game as well, but this one's the potential shadow drop that day.
That's cool.
This is the one I think could be the potential shadow drop if they do so, or it's the one they're gonna be the closest release date. Like it'll be like that's the March game. Like
that's the March game. Okay.
I dig that. Xbox is considering this one of their big games for Xbox. So that it's not an Xbox first party, but they're promoting it like it's a big thing for them.
That's fair.
Yeah. What do you guys think about Expedition 33?
I'm totally down for it. As you were saying, like this kind of screams like Japanese RPG. and even if you don't even think about it like that, it is an RPG, and that
Mhm.
totally hits home for me. I want to see a little
Yeah,
bit more about the story, how characters interact with each other. Otherwise, I'm kind of set. I'm good. We'll see.
It does look interesting, but that's all I got. Like as far as like any other like critique I have, it has to be a good story. Yeah.
Mm. Especially when you got
Yeah,
Ben
not much
Starr on the helms there.
Yeah, Ben Starr. That's a hell of a lineup of the cast too. It's not just Ben Starr. So I think someone else that's popular too.
Mm.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, I can't, bro. Kind of
But
tuned
it's
out.
got Paper Mario mechanics, so it's like there's like hit
Active
A at the
stuff.
right time. Yep, active like turn based, which is really cool.
I do appreciate that.
Yep, I'm really excited. I'm looking it up right now. There is a physical copy for PS5 and Series X.
That's
Nice.
fair.
Very
It's
nice.
up for pre-order. Yep, it's up for pre-order.
Let's go.
I don't know if it's. This is on Video Games Plus, by the way, but yes,
Mm.
great. I can't wait. It is a Game Pass game, so if you're gonna if you have Game Pass, that is going to be on there.
Yeah. Definitely just
That's
give
fair.
it a shot.
And then in a twist, now than later, a fourth game
A fourth one.
that they're going to talk about that doesn't have anything. Like it's nothing. Like it's a surprise. So
Okay.
the in quotation mark, like the quote that they're telling people is that it is a new game. It is something that has not been announced. All right, this is not a game that's out there already. Whatever, from a legendary developer.
Uh-huh.
Legendary developer.
What the hell that could mean? I don't know.
Mhm.
Like, do they consider maybe like Rare a legendary developer and it's Everwild? Like,
Well,
well, no, because it's a new game. It's a new game, so it can't.
I don't want to hear it.
Wait. It's a new game, so it can't be Everwild.
Maybe.
But do they consider Rare a legendary developer? Of course they are. Like, right? But what is it? Is it though? There's a big rumor going around that it's a Japanese developer.
That's what I've been hearing too.
And if you pinpoint it, I'm thinking because this is an Xbox. Like, I'm following some of the theories, and I kind of agree with one of them. Let's see what. I'm gonna throw this out there. I'm gonna throw this ether out there.
Okay. Ether.
Big Japanese legendary developer who has ties enough with Xbox to get a spotlight here in the Xbox Developer Direct that Xbox wants to promote.
Okay.
And I don't know if you know about too much Japanese like big titles on the Xbox. The history with them. There's one particular. No, I'd be crazy. No. There's one particular franchise that's very popular on Xbox that hasn't had a new release since 360 days.
Ooh.
Okay.
And I'm thinking this might be the rumored Ninja Gaiden 4.
What the hell?
Really?
What the hell?
I know we're getting a new Ninja Gaiden, but that's more of a 2D retro revival. I'm talking Team Ninja's actual new like Ninja Gaiden 4.
That's kind of insane. Wait a minute.
They are
That'd be kind of sick.
Ninja Gaiden is a very popular Japanese game on the Xbox. All right, they have a lot of history with Xbox.
This is true.
So I would not put it past them if Koei Tecmo came out here and said, "Hey, Team Ninja's ready to show you Ninja Gaiden 4." Mind you, do I think it's going to be Xbox exclusive? No.
No.
I Team Ninja makes too many games on PlayStation right now to not put it on PS5.
That's
you think they would also branch out to like Switch, if not Switch 2?
Maybe. I mean, the trilogy is on Switch.
That's what I was thinking.
And Ninja Gaiden 3 Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge, the better version of that game, released as a Wii U first-party game. Nintendo published it.
Whoa!
I know that. I have it in my collection. It is a first-party Nintendo game. So, I mean, it got eventually re-released on Xbox 360 and PS3. But the original Ninja Gaiden 1 was an Xbox exclusive. Ninja Gaiden
know
2, when it initially launched, was an Xbox 360 exclusive. It was like a launch year game. So Ninja Gaiden has a very big history with Xbox. So I am very interested
makes
to
sense.
see if this is going to be Ninja Gaiden 4. If the long rumored, like anticipated Ninja Gaiden 4. That would be kind of sick. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
I think that's it. I think that would be the one. But
Makes sense.
hold
Got
on.
another one. You got another one.
It could also be. Well, here's the thing. I initially thought maybe Square Enix, and it's going to be Final Fantasy VII Remake coming to Xbox. But they're claiming it's a new game, so maybe it's not
Maybe
any
it's
of the
not like
Final
that.
Fantasies.
But could it still be Square?
It could be. I don't know what
Yeah, but I guess
Square Enix would have in their repertoire right now to be considered like a new game.
It'd have to be from the ground up with that new
And it can't be a Mana game. Visions just came out. It
Mhm.
can't be Final Fantasy because Rebirth just came out. And
Yeah.
and while it could be Final Fantasy 17, which would be the next step, I doubt that's going to be announced here.
That's true. And for them to just kind of announce that, like, a long lineup of games are potentially coming out this year, and that would be the only one that isn't, sounds weird. That does sound weird. That's interesting. I was kind of hoping for Square as well, but I had no idea what they would actually like pull out there. So as far as something new. Ugh.
Final Fantasy 8.
What? 8 remake?
Yeah, right. 8 remake.
That sounds insane, Aniyah.
Just do me a favor. Just do me a favor and do it.
You know,
That would be funny.
just floor it. Floor it. I don't care how much like gas in the tank we got. You just got to floor it.
Yeah, they got it. They can do it. Why not? That's stupid.
Nah, these are same folks who are gonna like expect high expectations for their games. If it doesn't perform well as Rebirth, and Rebirth didn't quite perform as well as they would hope, then
I did hear that. That was weird.
It was weird, wasn't it?
I was like, how y'all? I think
their
enough?
expectations are through the roof.
Good lord, they hemorrhaging money. I think these people are hemorrhaging money. Good lord. Oh, jeez, man.
I think honestly they need to have that mindset of developing a game with just one person in mind, the same way as Velatro was developed by one person in mind.
There's got to be something, right? There's like a you know how like a box office sale will tell if a movie did bad or not.
But
so I'm like, what's the threshold for a game? Because their budget is crazy.
It's interesting with movies too, when you can make that kind of comparison, because you know it could be a really bad movie, but people like go and watch it anyhow.
Yeah.
Versus like
there's got to be something that
waste their money on a game. Yeah, like oh god, Morbius, for example.
Oh, good lord, I've never seen it. I probably won't.
But it's morbid time. But yeah, people would still watch it, and like all of a sudden, like it does extremely well, but it's actually not, you know, it was. Hi, Katrina. Wait, what's going on? Phil, you look different.
Oh, that's stupid. Bob. Oh, they're on mute. That's why.
Oh yeah.
Like, what's going on?
What the hell's going on?
Yeah.
Oh, even Besso's here too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Katrina. It looks like we're muted here for you guys. Probably because Phil had set it up like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, I'm trying to think of some other like developer, legendary developer, and I have no idea.
Japanese developer, right? Or like they people are assuming Japanese, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh.
But
Did that work? Oh yeah.
Your son grabbed it. That was not my fault.
Yo, yeah, I saw the command grab. He was like, I was like, hey, relax.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Katrina.
Hi, Daddy. Hi, Justin.
Oh, I see how it is.
We're live. We're like, what?
No,
Mom.
it's live.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Oh, hey.
Hi.
Hold on. Give
I'm
me a
not
second.
your daddy's here.
Hey, what? Oh, what are you doing? Everybody's talking about live.
podcast.
You have
Mom.
the entire family is up here.
What a day. It's a
Yeah, I'm like,
family
yep.
affair, guys.
It's true.
Oh, you're good.
Sorry.
Like,
It's
I
gonna
think
be a
somebody else is calling you right now.
Is that Daniel? Do you
It
text
is-
me?
No.
It is what it is.
I think somebody. Hold on. Somebody else is calling me.
Not
Something
on
else is happening. I'm like, there's like 3 things happening at once right now.
Oh
Give me a
yeah.
second.
Oh okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
something.
like that.
Hold on.
Yeah. I was just gonna say then for everybody else. So it's obviously we're kind of like uncertain about this like secret like developer. I actually think it's great that like for once we have something that is unknown, because despite the Switch 2 being like a really big thing, it was also leaked to hell and back. So a lot of the element of surprise isn't even there. But I am looking forward to seeing what they have to actually like outright confirm in April. But with this thing happening next week, I'm just kind of curious about it. I think Ninja Gaiden 4 would be really sick. I guess it has to be very, very, very new, so I can't even say. It'd be really cool if it was like, say, like just a new Banjo, that like new Banjo game, or
Yeah, if
whatever.
we get something rare.
Yeah.
Or like Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Oh my god. Although I'm not sure if that would be like new. As far as like remake.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, what, like a remake or just like a new installment? It was like, isn't there only like
they could
how
do
many
that.
up there?
Mm,
There's not much else of Conquer, as far as I know.
same here. I don't really have much like familiarity.
It's kind of crazy, but it is what it is. I'm still waiting on it.
This is
And
true,
wait,
this
what
is true.
date was it again?
The 23rd. And it's happening, I think, in just kind of like in the middle of the day ish type of thing. So that's
Okay, that's cool.
that's literally next Thursday. Next Thursday, everybody.
I'm cool with that.
It's actually a shorter week too, so looking forward to it. Phil, come back.
Yeah, all right. What? Oh,
But yeah, I think that's everything
man.
actually. Otherwise, yeah, I just have
yeah. As far as I
everything.
know, yeah.
Yeah. And I guess in that case, next week is gonna just be like a huge highlight for like Xbox and stuff.
I think so. Yeah.
Philip.
I'm back.
Yeah, so I guess we'll have to see. What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's up? What's up?
Oh yeah, we were just kind of wrapping up on our thoughts about the
Yeah.
Microsoft thing. We still don't really know what to.
We don't
expect
know,
for
but
this.
I also want to throw the prediction that there's going to be a fifth studio. They're just holding that to their chest like you per usual.
That's good. I like random surprises. That's a
But
good
that
idea.
one will probably be a like. If anything, that one is Square Enix, and that's where they announced Final Fantasy VII Remake.
I guess so.
Because that one's gonna be a develop. That one's usually a game we already know about.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got you.
Yeah, like they're gonna probably they'll just be there. Like
Ah,
the rumor is that we're getting Final Fantasy VII. Well, I don't know if they'll announce it there because the big rumor is that Xbox and Switch 2 are getting Final Fantasy VII Remake this year, and then Rebirth
Really?
next year.
okay.
Gotcha.
Nah.
So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's really a waiting game.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it also the rumor is for Xbox is that they're getting 16. Switch 2 is not getting that one.
Ooh.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that one, but it's kind of a weird timing situation there too with the Switch 2. Well, I guess we'll see. Yeah, I think that's everything. Unless you guys have anything else to add, I think we're good to wrap up. I think the only thing I probably didn't mention was probably the fact that there's a lot of I guess this is actually coming out too. Rebirth for PC is coming out next week as well.
Yeah.
And
Steam Deck verified.
Steam Deck verified.
Yeah.
That was like one of their bigger promotions too. And I got to see that. I was like, oh, that's actually not too bad, actually.
That's a good idea.
So I mean, Switch 2 could do it. I'm sure.
Yep.
I'm hoping.
Maybe.
I like to believe it would. It'll definitely run like bare minimum 30 frames. It'll look a little ugly, but I think it'll be a compatible port. Like I think it'll be just fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got it.
I might double dip if it comes out on Switch. I'm not gonna lie to you. On Switch 2.
That'd be funny.
Yeah, it's tough right now. It'd be cool if they had a sale similar to Steam right now, where you can get both of them for like 70, remake and rebirth, and then we'll have to find out what's going on with like the final third game from there. But
Yeah, that'd be cool. Hold on.
This is good because this is stopgaps, right? Like he's upset. He wants Final Fantasy 7.
I get it. Listen,
Yeah. I'm sorry, dude. Square just sucks with their development time. Look at Kingdom Hearts 4.
Oh, I forgot that was a game.
I forgot about that.
I forgot that was a franchise for a minute.
Oh, wait a minute. What if that's no? It couldn't be.
No,
Unless
no. Shut up. You shut the hell up right now.
I put that
That'd
energy
be
out
crazy.
there.
You
Yeah,
shut the hell up right now. It's a new game. It's not announced.
That'd be crazy.
I think the Ninja Gaiden rumor holds water. I think that's the one for sure.
Yeah, I get with it.
We'll see.
It's funny because like Team Ninja hasn't really developed Xbox games recently. Wolong is the Fallen Dynasty is the last one they've done.
The last one.
Because
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Because the thing is, Team Ninja's been making exclusive first-party games for Sony. Rise of the Ronin is a first-party game. That's Team Ninja. The both Neo games are Team Ninja games, also by PlayStation. Like Sony owns them, so it's I don't know.
That'd be cool.
Wait, do they own them, or
own them? Like they're first-party PlayStation games.
But you mean by that? But like it's always Team Ninjas that developing them, so technically, kind of like a. Would you say a second party?
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. Rise of the Ronin has PlayStation Studios at the bottom, so I don't know.
I gotcha. But otherwise, like, Team Ninja would be willing to play ball with any other like platform.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
They're in a cool little spot.
And Ninja Gaiden would do pretty good on Xbox. I mean, like I said, it has history.
It does, yeah.
It is a Dead or Alive and Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah.
Both games that are by Team Ninja have a lot of history with Xbox. It was literally one of the, if I recall, it was like one of the like first big like Xbox came to play like when it first came out. It isn't just some American console competing with two Japanese consoles. It is they're trying to get Japanese developers on there as well. And Team Ninja was like, well, we'll develop exclusively for Xbox.
It's crazy.
Yeah, nowadays that's crazy. That's heresy. A Japanese developer exclusively on Xbox. That's weird. But back then that was not weird. Look at 360, Blue Dragon, Lost Odyssey. Those are all Xbox exclusives to this day. So it's like,
to that end, I was kind of hoping it was a follow up to one of those two in some form. Maybe
would Mistwalker be doing it? I mean, I guess they're considered a legendary developer. I mean, it is Hironobu Sakaguchi, which is like the creator of Final Fantasy, but they also just did Fantasia Neo Dimension. I couldn't see that actually like being them and following up with one of those games. I mean, prove me wrong, dog. A Blue Dragon 2 would literally shoot me through the roof. Like
that'd be
crazy.
But also that has a detriment. It's a Toriyama game, so I don't know
how people feel about it. I guess so. Yeah, that's gonna be a tough.
Yeah, that would be kind of a tough sell.
Maybe Lost Odyssey 2.
But Lost Odyssey 2 probably is the more likely. The real Final Fantasy 12. Yeah.
That's the Final Fantasy 13 too.
Yeah, I mean, I say that as a Final Fantasy 12 fan. Like, but yeah, we'll see.
I guess we'll see.
We'll see.
So even though we don't have like the big Switch stuff like happening, this rest of the month, we still got something to anticipate for the end of January. But yeah. Alrighty. In that case,
basically, Switch hype. Keep it till April. Unless we get Pokemon Day is going to have something next month.
Oh, sure.
And I do think there's going to be another Nintendo Direct specifically for Switch 1 games. I'm holding water to that theory. I swear. Come back to me next month when it gets announced.
Okay, I was going to ask you, like, when would they even want to place that? Because I'm not familiar.
February, usually early February. To be honest with you, it's usually early.
Okay.
Usually, maybe within the next 2 weeks.
That's crazy.
Well, let's say 3 weeks. Let's say 3 weeks.
Okay. That's a little bit.
Let me not go all the way out and say that. I'm gonna assume it's in the next 3 weeks.
Okay.
That they'll do a Switch 1 presentation.
Gotcha. All right. In that case, let's go and wrap it up here. So thank you all so much for tuning in for this episode of DangIT Prodcast. It's been episode 531. My name is Justin.
I'm Aniyah. Whoa.
The whoa gets me.
I'm Gabe.
I'm Gabe. No, I'm Philip, and this is Gabriel.
I guess he's now a member now. And thanks for watching, everybody. #BuyRewarWoody.
Oh, shit.
Bye.